I am Mark Bell, Faculty General Manager of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. This is one of more than 50 ceremonies being held this year for over 10,000 UTS graduates. I would now like to introduce you to the people who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Emeritus Professor Jill McHugh, who will preside over this ceremony. The Emeritus Professor is joined today by Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University, Professor Leslie Harbin, Professor, School of International Studies and Education, and our occasional speaker. Associate Professor Andrew Hurley, Head of School of International Studies and Education, who will be presenting graduates. We are also delighted to welcome back Emeritus Professor Attila Brungs, UTS Vice-Chancellor Emeritus and current Vice-Chancellor and President at the University of New South Wales. The other people seated on stage are professors, academic and professional staff from faculties and institutes who have played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Emeritus Professor Jill McHugh to formally open proceedings.
Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to UTS, to you all. In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology Sydney duly assembled. On behalf of the University of Technology Sydney, before we begin proceedings, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and celebrate, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that this UTS campus stands. I would like to, on behalf of all of us, pay respect to the elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for these lands. In today's graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. This marks the great achievements of our graduates and acknowledges the support that most of them have received from their families and friends. I'm delighted to see so many of you here today celebrating with our UTS graduates. Today's ceremony is a very important moment in the lives of our graduates and of their families and of their friends. Completing a degree is a very significant achievement, and we should never underestimate the sacrifices that have been made and the hard work undertaken that has led you here today. We will celebrate with each graduate as they cross the stage, but perhaps we should commence our celebrations by congratulating our graduates. Congratulations. On behalf of the University, I would particularly like to express our appreciation for the patience of today's graduates and families and friends in waiting out the pandemic to attend this ceremony, this special milestone event. It's been a difficult 2 years for people in all corners of the globe, and today we acknowledge the impact on our UTS community and celebrate our resilience. We are delighted that you are here today, and we hope it will be a memorable occasion for all of you. Graduation is almost as important to family and friends as it is to graduates, and indeed is important to us, the whole university. So, on behalf of all of us at UTS and in concert with our graduates, I'd like to say thank you to the family members joining us today for all of your support during the learning journey that the graduates have been on. Now, graduates, could you please just raise your caps and tell your family how much you appreciate them? Can't you do both at once yet? Now, I want to say just a couple of things to our graduates. Graduation is a turning point in your life, and today you are graduating from one of the world-leading universities. In fact, the #1 young world university. At UTS, you've gained a lot of substantive knowledge, and you've learnt many new skills, and you've realised how to communicate your ideas and discover how to work effectively with others. And for some of you, this has occurred in an international context. But for all of you, graduating today from UTS marks your emergence as a global citizen. You will be held in high esteem thanks to the very high quality education you've received at UTS. So please remember that with pride. As a graduate of UTS, you will have many opportunities and some challenges. You will encounter many such opportunities as you start or continue your career, and you may well enjoy exciting prospects across the world as borders open again. I just want to say a couple of things to you before you walk across the stage. The challenges that you face after graduation have never been greater. There's never been greater scrutiny and expectation from society, and this will only increase over time. So let me just say two things to you. The first of all is to use your knowledge and skill in the best interests of humanity, including for future generations. Now, as graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, you have particularly learned how to communicate ideas. And at this time, we all think especially about world events and the importance of proper communication and reporting of those world events. We also think about the lives that are being disrupted from the benefits of education. You, as a group of graduates, are able to use your UTS degrees to make the world a better place. You have this opportunity. We hope you will remember this wherever you are. The second thing I would say is that don't forget throughout your career to maintain the highest professional and integrity and personal integrity. You will face, as all of us do and have, many ethical dilemmas and challenges personally. The professions you enter will have their own code of ethics and their own codes of conduct. You will serve not only your own career, but also your profession and your community. So remember, if ever in doubt, obey the ethics and the conduct that is expected of you. We do not want to see your name in the papers for the wrong reasons. This has occasionally happened with students of mine, but not from UTS. So I ask you all as UTS graduates to remember and maintain your professional pride, because this is essential. If your integrity and the worth of your UTS education is to be maintained. So the reputation that you have as UTS graduates is due in part to the graduates who've come before you. And likewise, you share the obligation to maintain that reputation for the UTS students of today and the graduates of tomorrow. So please keep this in mind as you set about your career and make your university and your families proud of you. Finally, please maintain an ongoing relationship with UTS. Stay connected with us. Come back and do more education with us. UTS provides a whole suite of continuing education that you can engage in. And know also that you join a group of 245,000 UTS alumni around the world in various professions. This is a powerful group, and the Alumni Office will be your lifelong connection with UTS. So make sure you maintain that connection with us. On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate all of you, our UTS graduates, on your achievements in obtaining the awards for which you have qualified. Congratulations, UTS graduates. I now invite Associate Professor Andrew Hurley, Head of School of International Studies and Education, to present graduates.
Emeritus Professor McHugh. I invite graduates in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences to stand. Emeritus Professor McHugh. The UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Arts and Social Sciences as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by that board and has conferred these awards upon them. Emeritus Professor McHugh. I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences who are here before you now to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Seated. Emeritus Professor. The Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences has a long tradition of research excellence. We describe, understand, and address important research problems and questions in innovative and productive ways. Our research features a collaborative and interdisciplinary approach in partnership with the professional fields with whom we engage, and which allows students to submit innovative and creative work. Emeritus Professor. I present to you graduates receiving doctoral research degrees from the School of International Studies and Education. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy. Annie Louise Agnew, for a thesis entitled Mobile and Wired Tweens in an Interactive Mobile World. Lauren Jane Nussin, for a thesis entitled Investigating Early Career Teachers' Design of Technology Integrated Learning in Context. Michelle Leah Locke, for a thesis entitled Yana Janawi, Walk With Me, Centering Indigenous Ways of Knowing in Early Education and Care Services. Keith Mitchell, for a thesis entitled Sustainability in Ministry and the Prevention of Dropout for Australian Baptist Pastors Serving in Local Church-Based Ministries. Zhuki Yang, for a thesis entitled Student Motivation for Studying English for Academic Purposes, Courses in an Offshore Program in China. Rhonda Gale Povey, for a thesis entitled The Proper Bad Lie, Aboriginal Responses to Western Education at Moola Bulla, 1910 to 1955. Emeritus Professor. We will now present to you
The following students have graduated with the Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL, Zara Ali H. Albariki. Ibrahim Abdul Munim Mahmoud Al-Khazaleh. Avril Therese Marceau. Gizem Sahin. Hannah Irene Smith. Master of Education, Learning and Leadership, Emma Louise Collette. Paul Jude Marta. Jane Emma Newton. Master of Teaching in Secondary Education, Paul Anthony Jones. Matthew Sly. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Honours with First Class Honours. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Jamie Rebecca Gledhill. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Asli Akgun. Dina Al-Marharme. Leila Alamedine. Rukaya Ali. Meg Lynette Anderson. Jennifer May Backus. Annalise Jane Bottomley. Grace Devaney. Kate Alice Digby. Sarah Louise Hogg. Jessica Humphreys. Seaton Leon Kenner. Rebecca Lamb. Leanne Le. Megan Laura Nielsen. Jessica Alana Perry. Ebony Reba. Thomas Smith. Ella Stoddart. Riley Thomas. Miriam Chan. Molly Woods. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Diploma in Languages, Rachel Foster. Bachelor of Arts in Educational Studies, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Aisha Bell Sunga. Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Murdoch. Bachelor of Education in Primary Education, Rachel Summers. Bachelor of Global Studies, Faye Kalimag. Sydney Yuen Chen. Anna Chim. Olivia Leathley. Chen Chen Wang. Ashley Afika White.
So, I present to you graduates receiving doctoral research degrees from the School of Communications. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Creativity. Grant Lee Saunders. For a thesis entitled Just Us, What Hip Hop Wants You to Know. Doctor of Philosophy, Rebecca Ann Barry, for a thesis entitled The Dark Grey Zone, Ethics and Power in Documentary Consent Processes. Christopher William Colwell, for a thesis entitled Records Are Practices, Not Artefacts, an exploration of record keeping in the Australian Government in the age of digital transition and digital continuity. Jeffrey Robert Crabtree, for a thesis entitled Tunesmiths and Toxicity, Workplace Harassment in the Contemporary Music Industries of Australia and New Zealand. Victoria Nkaruka Ekwuge, for a thesis entitled Exploring Women's Empowerment, a Nigerian case study of NGOs' use of digital technology for non-formal education. Joel Damon Gilberthal, for a thesis entitled The Rest of Translation, Derrida and the Remains. Matthew Robert Johnson, for a thesis entitled Mining the High Frontier, Sovereignty, Property and Common Heritage in Outer Space. Darryl John Nelson, for a thesis entitled Framing the Carbon Tax in Australia, an investigation of frame sponsorship and organisational influence behind media agendas. Lei Tam Tu, for a thesis entitled Australian News Narrative on Unauthorised Boat Arrivals during federal election campaigns in 1977, 2001 and 2013. Vasiliki Helen, for a thesis entitled What the Librarians Did, the marginalisation of romance fiction through the practices of public librarianship. Each year, UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Emeritus Professor, I now present to you a graduate receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. The following student has graduated with the Bachelor of Communications Honours, with First Class Honours and University Medal. Bachelor of Communications, Creative Writing. Alessandra Louise Solomon. Emeritus Professor McHugh. We will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards from the School of Communications.
The following students have graduated with the Graduate Diploma in Dolores Rosanna Langdon. Beryl Marlene Seegers. Graduate Diploma in Strategic Communication, Vanak Sandoz Im. Bachelor of Communication Honours with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Communication, Social and Political Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Eva Menchevska. Bachelor of Communication, Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1, Bachelor of Communication, Creative Writing, Sarah Maslin. Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Christine Joy de Leon. Bachelor of Communication, Creative Writing, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Maggie Kerr. Kelly Louise Maloney. Bachelor of Communication, Creative Writing, Estefania Bonfante Norman. Zareen Joy Katakutan. Katya Ganji. Kai N. Sheila Hong. Sankt Davan Kinabong. Lucille McKellar. Natasha Nand. Luzel Samantha Sotelo. Bachelor of Communication, Digital and Social Media, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Oliver James Rich. Bachelor of Communication, Digital and Social Media, Andrea Aliaga Fausto. Natalia Antich. Callum Mark Audit. Carol Michaela Cabato. Francisca Shuk Ting Choi. Shakira Chung. Kayla Corbin. Joshua James Guloy. Bronte Sandra Hayes. Helena Nikala Hampshire. Kirsten Harb. Hamza Hoblos. Lisa Marie Yani. Ella Khanna. Jennifer Seng Lee Ko. Corrine Nissa Lawrence. Elizabeth Lee. Jia Wei Liu. Mia Catherine Modaro. Isabel Naxon. Rachel Nazra. Stephanie Louise Reek. Alicia Sakidis. Neha Sala. Yo Hee Sung. Eleanor Isabella Tassis. Samuel Tiberi. Nathan Foster Vella. Paige Ward. Sarah Catherine Willing. Isabella Wong. Bachelor of Communication, Journalism, Isabella Harvey. Bachelor of Communication, Social and Political Sciences, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Mawuli Essie Dockley. Sarah Elizabeth Doyle. Dominica Clementine Halen. Nazim Vadani. Bachelor of Communication, Social and Political Sciences, Mahin Bhatt. Scott Mark Hall. Halima Hashmi. Rochelle Jane Manalili. Shania Marzan. Amy Marsden Mills. Emily Sparks. Ni Chi Tika. Michaela Alexandra Varudo. Ji Yan Matthew Wong. Malihar Zafar. Bachelor of Communication, Media Arts and Production, Kejia Arya. James Michael Azrak. Jehan Bagwan. Ying Jun Katrina Cher. Abby Cummins. Matthew James Diang. Susie Dodds. Adriana Stella Junta. Thomas James Evans. Sammy Chi Shin Feng. Ava Gilchrist. Eileen Francis Kenny. Rebecca Keeley. Elysia Kwan. Aaron Liu. Roberto Lee. Alexandra Claire McGregor. Mary Nawaika Bakaba. Daniel Neely. Lewis Nguyen. Bosko Perdulovsky. Leslie Vanekam. Tegan Plan. Anthony James Pleacher. Sylvia Tan. Monique Louise Thompson. Jessica Kimberly Truman. Vanilla Grace Lloyd Tupu. Rayan Verwani. Genevieve Louise Wright. Fiona Wu. Wei La Chang. Bachelor Communication, Media, Arts and Production, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Theo Ryland Brody. Renuka Isabel Chalk. Emily Coleman. Megan Jane Daly. Stephanie Hannah Darley. Grace Humphrey. John Michael Klinker. Anna Janet Ruse Laurie. Kristen Leah Russell. Martin Young. Isabel Zakharova. Bachelor of Communication, Media Arts and Production, Diploma in Innovation, Olivia Baldini. Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Mai Kwang Sang Lam. Bachelor of Sound and Music Design, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Emma Rose Higgins. Bachelor of Music and Sound Design, Stephanie Lauren Airy. Jamie Louise Lipsham. Elizabeth Richards. Bachelor Communication, Public Communication, Alexander John Douglas Manning.
Emeritus Professor McHugh. This concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I now invite Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, to introduce our guest speaker.
Professor McHugh, before I introduce today's speaker, I'd like to add my congratulations to all of you graduating here. You've each followed a different journey to this place, and what a journey it's been over the past few years. We've learnt the importance of flexibility and adaptation. We've learnt generosity and patience. We've learnt where to find the mute button most of the time. But most importantly, we've relearnt the importance of access to education, because it's only through education and through people like yourselves that we can continue to change the world and not let things change us. I urge you to seek out every opportunity you have to make a difference. And for our part at UTS, we'll undertake to you that we'll continue to strive for excellence in everything we do. In our teaching, in our research, the way in which we engage with our community partners to ensure that the degree you have from us continues to be well regarded and respected across Australia and throughout the world. I wish you every success in your future careers. Our occasional speaker today is Professor Leslie Harbin. Leslie Harbin is a professor in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences in the School of International Studies and Education. She comes to this position after a varied teaching and research career, teaching Indonesian and German at primary, secondary and tertiary level, and more recently teaching in language teacher preparation programs. She is an influential and perceptive academic leader with a career dedicated to influencing language education and intercultural communication through research-informed development of pedagogy and in-country experiences. She's a passionate academic supervisor and teacher who has supported students at doctoral, master's and honours level to completion and designed and delivered engaging teaching and learning. Over her academic career, she has proactively engaged with international activities and projects in country and also with activities and projects based in Australia, but with an international and intercultural perspective. She has extensive experience consulting to academia and government on language education, linguistics, student mobility and cultural competence. Professor Harbin is a sought-after thought leader, reviewer, editor and presenter with numerous publications. Professor McHugh, I invite Professor Leslie Harbin to give this morning's occasional address.
I also wish to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, on whose ancestral lands this UTS campus stands. Emeritus Professor Jill McHugh, Vice-Chancellor Professor Andrew Parfitt, Presiding Dean Associate Professor Andrew Hurley, distinguished guests, staff colleagues, and most importantly, graduates and your family and friends. I'm delighted to deliver the occasional address today, as we all gather, somewhat belatedly, to celebrate this group of graduates' academic success. We are congratulating you today, our 2020 and 2021 group of UTS graduates. You have emerged from your degrees at an unusual time, because a virus has made immeasurable changes to our world. Sincere congratulations. It might be 1 or 2 years since you finished studying at UTS, but here you are. You may have thought you would never process across this stage. In preparing for today's occasional address, I wondered what suitable I might make. I myself have heard many occasional addresses over the years. So from where might I draw my inspiration? Most of those addresses have alluded to the crossroads our graduates are at and the pathways that graduates might take. All have certainly mentioned the important role your family and friends have played in supporting you through your studies. Other addresses have advised that graduates follow their strong personal and professional values developed during university studies. So what might I add in a mere 5-minute address that might be meaningful for your next steps? Well, I've decided to base my comments on what I know from my learning and teaching of languages and cultures over the years, and my belief in the benefits of being empowered by a broad knowledge about languages and cultures. Represents my celebration of language for you, and a reminder that your language, your languages, are a key to moving forward according to your master plans. Yes, it goes without saying, as graduates of UTS, you have a high level of skills in one or more languages you know. Those languages, that knowledge about language, gives you a powerful ability to deliver messages you intend, a power to assist you decipher and make meaning from the messages you receive. You and I are lucky. Whatever else we have or don't have in life, we have a language, at least one language. We can make meaning to deliver our messages, spoken and or written. What we can't guarantee, though, is how our messages will be received. So we have to be ready to clarify, re-deliver our messages in more nuanced ways. We all have to negotiate meaning. As recent graduates, you have had to demonstrate this high level of language ability as you've delivered your assessment tasks or longer pieces such as theses. For those of us who have more than one language in our repertoire, the same is true. Languages are the way by which we understand things, notions, people, and events. We should never underestimate our languages and our knowledge about language. Whatever happens in our lives from now on, we will still require our language resources. And here's the thing. Graduates, you've graduated into a COVID world, and you'll be operating, at least for a while yet, in a post-COVID world. None of the previous 30-something years of UTS graduates experienced anything like this new world post their degrees. And the chances are that along your life's pathways, you'll be interacting alongside or working with or negotiating meaning with different generations and the way they use their language in their life worlds. The baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y, Generation Z, and now Generation COVID. A generation who will witness life where COVID will still shape their lives for years to come. You have your language or languages, but you will be the newest groups to figure out how to work alongside with these different generations. What language resources do you have to traverse this terrain? What ways will you find to utilise your best language resources to befriend, work alongside, partner, make meaning with these whole host of generations? Perhaps to do this, you'll need to reflect on your understandings of other languages and cultures and your knowledge of others and yourself. Be confident with this knowledge. Be confident to embrace and experiment with it. Languages are, after all, the handiest of tools. The English language cannot encapsulate everything, the experiences, notions, and ideas in existence across the world. And negotiating meaning is essential to navigate life and work. Perhaps some of you have met this during your travels, as you've seen the world differently. And I know that many of you here today have done that, as your UTS degrees have helped you see the world through an intercultural stance. As I mentioned earlier, you will be the newest group of graduates who will be working in and across generational teams, and you'll be navigating the words and phrases that keep changing, keep developing, keep evolving. That's the beauty of languages. They're not static. Back in January, there was a bit of social media activity about words and phrases that have evolved since COVID. Overused, said some. Unnecessary, said others. So overused, they've lost their meaning, said others. You've heard them all. At the end of the day, asking for a friend, new normal, circle back, pivot, and how could I forget unprecedented, and you're on mute. Some here today, no doubt, could think of the words and phrases that have developed during the COVID period in your languages other than English. Well, you might be surprised to know that there have been calls to banish some of these words and phrases. I don't think we could, even if we wanted to. In fact, as users of one or more languages, we have a license to have some fun with our language knowledge, to explore the vocabulary, the phrases and expressions that allow us to make sense of our worlds, even to coin our own words and phrases. Graduates, you may previously have heard concluding advice at graduations with statements such as these. Go forth from this graduation hall and embrace your authentic self, they say. Be genuine in what you do. Go forth from this graduation hall and embrace your creative self, they say. Creativity is something you learn by making mistakes. Go forward from this graduation hall and embrace your daring, they say. Do one thing a day that scares you. So let me use my license to experiment a bit and add one further idea. I've borrowed a word from a recent online article earlier this month. My additional advice, go forth from this graduation hall and embrace your squiggly. Yes, you heard me correctly. Embrace your squiggly. You see, the article says that both during and post-COVID, our career paths may be squiggly. Whoever would have thought to call a career path squiggly? But then no one until this COVID pandemic has had to consider the enormity of starting and finishing something amidst such challenges. Squiggly does it for me. I believe it's how we all, not just the graduates here, can understand and navigate the ups and downs, the squiggly patterns of our lives at the moment, armed as we are with the languages we have in our repertoire that makes us us. And there you have it, some graduation advice with a twist of language fun. Thank you.
Graduations are such an important part of the life of a university, and what a joy it is to have graduations back on campus. At UTS, we're very fortunate to have some of the most distinguished members of our community speak to us on graduation occasions. And this year, we'll have an increasing number of our internal academic leaders speak to us as well. Professor Harbin is one of these. She's spoken to us today about the importance of language and culture to create meaning and to convey messages, the importance that it has, especially at this time, for navigating Generation COVID. And she has especially encouraged us to use language to make sense of the world, even perhaps a squiggly one. Could you join me in congratulating Professor Leslie Harbin for a fantastic address?
Ladies and gentlemen, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of the ceremony. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?